Hello, you all. I'm Diana Brienne, Downsizing and Motorhomes. You know, we used to own a motorhome, and we owned actually two different motorhomes at two different times. And we traveled and traveled when our kids were younger. We traveled all over the country, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful, magical time of our lives. And it's one that was quite expensive because motorhomes are not cheap. And, a lot of people would have thought it was very frivolous to buy a motorhome at that stage of life when we had small children. And yet it was a wonderful time, and it's a time that our kids will never forget. We saw so many wonderful places, all the national parks, went through most of the states. I mean, it's just something so memorable for all of us. And so anyhow, we sold our motorhome later. And here recently, I've been thinking again about having a motorhome, because not necessarily right now, but later down the line, I got to thinking about downsizing. And downsizing, what do we want to do as we grow older, as our kids, become adults and go on in their own lives? Do we want to stay where we're at in the house that we are, or do we want to downsize into something smaller? Well, I'm not a person that likes to downsize. I like to go bigger but not downsize. And yet, here lately I've been thinking about motorhomes again, and I thought, what a neat way to live life rather than go to a retirement home or a retirement village. Buy a motorhome and travel the country, or if our kids are living in different places, we could go visit each one and still have our own home. And so I've been dreaming and thinking about that, and it's only a dream right now. But it's something that I am thinking about later down the line. I also, with the downsizing thought, we have so much stuff, and so much of it really holds dear memories to me and to my husband and to our family. So there are things that I would never dream of getting rid of. But there are also a lot of things that I could do without if we ever downsized. I could do with out our couch. I hold no memories to our couch that are significant in my life. Things like that. Pieces of furniture, for the most part, I could give up, unless it was some antique or something like that. So, sometimes we hold on to a lot of things that just clutter up our lives from moving on into the next season of our lives. So yes, I've been kind of thinking about downsizing and dreaming about motorhomes again. From my house to yours. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.